horror hounds! Welcome back to night 2 of this Fright Fest, sure to leave your inner monsters satisfied. I know how hungry a monster can get. So, I've prepared quite the literary meal. Shut up! You'll get fed next. So, settle in by those monitor screens and prepare for a delightfully trapping Halloween tale that I like to call Harold's Mince Meat Pies.
It all started when I decided to attend that damn corn maze. A little Halloween fun, as it were, now turned to dismay and hopelessness. I live alone and work a mundane job, but I absolutely love horror and love Halloween. From everything being flavored with pumpkin spice, to the smell of apples and turned leaves in the brisk, sweet air, I simply can't get enough. So, when I was on my way home from work today, having no wife, children, or pets to return home to, and spied the rustic sign on the side of the road, I really couldn't help myself. The sign itself was simple enough, a billboard of a single sheet of plywood, the word Corn Maze, scrawled in black spray paint on its surface, a black arrow underneath pointing to the right into the forest. There wasn't another house for miles, but I figured that this place must be pretty great. The parking lot was filled nearly to capacity with cars. Another indication was the grounds just outside the entrance, on the other side of the makeshift ticket shack. For the amount of vehicles in the lot, the gravelly starting area was nearly barren of people. A few stragglers, people with children, meandered here and there. There was an odd-looking man sitting at a lone picnic table, nearby to a meat pie stand. When he saw me, he looked up at me and sneered, almost smiled, as he took a large bite of his meal. It was really odd, a feeling that was only reinforced by his strange face. At first I thought the man was wearing a mask, but soon realized that he wasn't. He wasn't horrifically disfigured or anything. It was more like his face wasn't symmetrical or something. But the Harold's mincemeat pie stand looked inviting enough, and I was due for dinner, so before heading into the maze, I decided to indulge. One bite, and I was hooked. The minced meat was soft, flavorful, and only slightly stringy, like a pulled pork. The vegetables it had been cooked with were fresh-tasting and seasoned perfectly. To top it all off, the dish was served inside a half of a hollowed-out pie squash, creating an organic and clever bowl. I would like to say that I savored every bite, but I was hungry and it was good. Within minutes, I was finished and entering the entrance to the corn maze. The walls were tall, and although made of hay and wood, sheer. I couldn't climb them if I had wanted to. The sky above had gone from a medium gray to a deep purple, almost black of night. I had been walking and scouring the maze for a good hour. I had started to become nervous, for even if I had found my way out, how far in had I trekked? How long would it take me to get back to my vehicle? I had to go to work the following day after all. I was about ready to start shouting for help, for assistance of any staff member that I had not yet seen, when I saw the glow. And a few steps further, I heard murmured voices. The hay-lined corridor ahead turned the bend to the left, and from around the corner of the bend emanated a dim light and fainter voices. I was so happy to be at the end. I failed to notice anything else. I failed to notice that the sky above had been replaced with a barrier of crisscrossing branches and logs, like a ceiling to a cage. I'd failed to notice the downtrodden timbre behind the cadence of those voices. Hell, I even failed to notice the correlation between the abundance of vehicles and the lack of event-goers. But when that first solid gate-like door dropped behind me, before lifting the one in front of me, revealing what lay beyond. All I had failed to notice washed over me like a tsunami of relevant information that would do me no good now. Weak, desperate, and filthy people, small in numbers, frail and gaunt, sat upon an earthy ground and looked up at me with a stare that I could only label as hopelessness. And the sight caused the same effect in me. I had been lured here, just like all of them, my car now abandoned and adding to the credibility of the place that only desired what I could offer. Fresh meat. For the words scrawled on the wooden wall in the back, like some kind of disturbing branding or sign, said it all. Harold's Mince Meat Pie Stand. Livestock.
Well, I suppose when you stumble across something grand, you shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth, for it could be hungry. But if you're looking for more of that gore galore you crave, stop in tomorrow for night 3 of this murder-thon. Okay, food's coming. Hey kid, come in here for a second.